If you're not giving me, you giving me the worst grade in the world, worse than an F, is a D. Because with the D, even though we love the D over here, you know which D I'm talking about. But with the D, oh, my coffee looks so good.
It does compared to
That don't even look like coffee. That's not even coffee.
The way the whipped cream is running down the side of the coffee.
That is over.
The white stuff is run down the side of my face from time to time.
That looks really good. Your coffee looks good.
That's my coffee.
If I drank coffee, I would drink that.
That looks like coffee.
Y'all hire clowns as if you were running a circus. So you get a circus and you hire clowns. Anyway, moving on.
Take it from the people who play cards for him. He be cheating.
No, I only cheat on Uno. Only Uno. Only Uno.
Uno, Tuno, Luno, he is a cheater.
If you cheat,
See, they say you probably look. He said you probably do
cheat.
cheat. He do.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I'm out of here. Bye.
OnlyFans so that you can look at the longer videos and you can go in the comfort of your own little room at the boarding house, rent it home, grab your little Albaline and smoke it out for as long as you want it, playing it over and over and over, the long videos of Malik's long peen, because you have an infatuation with his long peen. I am certain that at this point you want him to shove his long peen somewhere inside of your body. I'm just saying. The devil and the devil was fucking up here. Here he goes. Here he goes.
Y'all wasn't gonna make me the oldest one on here.
You did not send me a text, a link.
I did.
I do have to say,
flyer.
Ty, you were in the group chat on Instagram, whatever Instagram that was.
Wait, what? Kitty? Love you down. I don't have no problem with Kitty. I like Kitty. But Kitty girl. Kitty girl. Kitty girl, we did not think he was nobody's straight. Neither did we think he was nobody's top. At best, verse. If I stretch, maybe if I stretch, I might give you first top. I'll stretch to give you first top. But you do know that we had already deduced that you like to have spoons dipped into your sugar bowl, right? We had already. I mean, I don't think there's anybody. Even DeAndre, who professes that he's the top, and Archie, who professes that he's the top, they profess to be straight tops. You ain't gonna get me to believe that they had a spoon dipped into their sugar bowl every now and then. Like the least about JG.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one. Well, definitely what I like the most about David is
y'all girls need to understand. Girl, you had a bust down. Girl, y'all had a one-night stand. Y'all got drunk one day. Y'all had a one-night stand. It was good that night because you was drunk. Probably if you was sober, you gonna be like, girl, this wasn't even that good. But girl, you was drunk as fuck or coked out or a combination of the two of them. Whatever the fuck y'all do down there to the LA. Y'all had a good bust down. It was what it was. You should have kept it moving. Whoa, hello. Hey. What is up? What up? What's good, people? What is up? We are here. I know. It's been a long break. But we here now. We here today. Let me say hey to some people as y'all come up in here. Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Hey, boo. MVN, my love, over there on the left coast, as I like to call the West Coast. What's good, Jason? What's good, bruh? You say someone needs to do some older there. Some people do OSAs. Hey, little baby, boo. Shondo, boo. Quintessential. Hey, my love. Budget weights. Hey. Keisha Blair. Miss Trisha P. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Hey, Weezy F. Quintessential, my boo. Right. You just understand your role, your good bust down, and keep it the hell moving. What is up, y'all? What is up? Hey, Montrez Jones. Thank you for coming in. As the people come in, I haven't tasted the coffee yet to see if the coffee is extra good today. Let's have our first swig of the coffee for this morning. Y'all, it was cold this morning. I woke up, it was like 32 degrees. It's up to like 44 now, but it was 32 degrees when I woke up this morning. I was not here for it. Oh, 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 that is extra good. Yeah, that's gonna, let me not drink all that right now. That's gonna do us right today. So we're limited on snacks today, y'all. So I'm gonna save all my snacks for my sugar spike segments. So I have what's left over of this pack of gummy Lifesaver gummies collisions that I opened last night, and that's all I got, y'all. We gotta I gotta re-up on the snack fund, but never fear, we're here today. We'll be here next week, Saturday as well. We're here. We are here. Child. Child, Weezy F, child. Child, it is cold. It is cold. The purple gummies. Which purple gummies? Wait. I don't. No, they don't have no purple. They have, it's like combinations, collisions. They have raspberry lemonade, cherry, watermelon, and pineapple punch. But I need, Cams, don't try to roll up in this good chat. Cams, we're not doing this with you. Oh, and another pack. Hey, Really B. Hey, Really B. We'll talk about Really B later. I gotta get it. You talk about in the wild berries pack. Now the wild berries pack is really good too. The wild berries pack is pretty good too. Y'all know I'm an aficionado on all things snacks. Hey Harold, what's good? Hey Sean Kinsey, what's good? We here. It's Saturday. It's time to get silly. Silly Saturday. That's what we do today. We got some shit today. Now I'll admit, y'all, listen. I'm gonna admit, this week the news cycle was rather dry. But you know, so what we do, we will find some things to talk about. Okay, we'll find some things to do and talk about. So we definitely have some surprises. There's a new segment today. I think you'll like the new segment today. There's a new segment today, and I have a surprise for you in our sugar spike segment that you will really love. Really love. So we got a lot of stuff to look forward to today. So let's get right down to it. I ain't gonna prolong. We ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Are we getting palate cleansers? It wouldn't be Silly Saturday without palate cleansers. Jason and all of my people who like the XX chromosomes, I got y'all today. I got several palate cleansers for the people who likes the cooter. Cams, you know why we mad at you. Mods know why we mad at you. The mods know why we're mad at Cams. Speaking of which, before I go, couple house cleaning things. If you are a member, please go to my post on my community wall and add your Instagram handle. I'm going to probably create that chat, or I should say, start adding people to that chat today. So if you are a member, please go to that post on my community wall and put your Instagram handle on there, so I can make sure that I add you to the members only Instagram chat. Hey Ashton Boone, listen, not the skinny one. Listen, you can't be picky. If you want titties and ass and cooch, you get what I give you, okay? God, Lord. See, now, every time, now I give you people, so I give y'all wonderful palate cleansers and thirst traps. Ashton, you see what I got to deal with these people? I'm giving them men's is and women's is, and now they want to be picky. Oh, I only want these type of women. Oh, I only want these type of men. Oh, they only got to be this color. Oh, they only need to be that color. Listen, we're going to do what we do, and you're going to like it. We're going to give it to you. We're going to give it to you raw, and you're going to like it. Lord. Anyway, so all my members, please go on that post on my community wall and put your Instagram handle on there so you can be added to the members only group chat. Listen, if it's anything like the Mod Squad group chat, you will completely like it. You will love it. You at Mardi Gras, child. Tell Cameron I said, hey, that's my boo. Tell Cameron he don't know he's been my boo in my head since like season 2 of Chasing. Tell Cameron he's been my boo in my head since like season 2. Child. Hey Jordan. Hey boo. Hey everybody. So let's get right down to it. See what we got here. So let's get that. I know I'm stalling. Let's get down to it. There we go. So we ready to go. All right. Let's get this party. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. That's if you're a band person, you know that chant right there. Let's get this party started. Starts every drum break. Anyway, y'all, it's time for our what is becoming so many people's favorite segment. Now, if you're new here, because I got a couple people that are new here. If you are new here, you don't know what the ABC segment is. This is a bitch can't segment, and the a bitch can't segment is for headlines that we saw scrolling through something. Let me take my banner down. But these are headlines that we saw, and we just said, listen, a bitch just can't. I just can't. We saw it. We said, nah, we don't want no parts of it for whatever reason. Can't do it. Won't do it. Don't have the energy or bandwidth to deal with the foolishness. So that's for those people who are new around here. That's what ABC stands for. A bitch can't. All right. Let me move this closer to me. That's better. Oh no, that doesn't belong there, does it? Wait. Oh boy. We're in the wrong area. Hold on. Oh God, I'm already showing thirst traps. Oh Lord, what happened? I don't know what happened here. Let me set my thing to the right place. I don't want y'all to see my thirst traps. And my palate cleanser is so fat. That's for the end of the program. Lord, what happened? My computer's doing things it should not do. All right. Okay, now we should be ready. All right. Lord, I don't know what happened just then. Lord. Had titties and all kinds of shit. Hey, Jay. What's good, JCH? Lord. God. Hey, Chef. What's good, Chef? Child. I miss you around these parts. I ain't seen you in a while. I ain't seen you in a while. How you been? Lord. I know you had a birthday recently. Hope you enjoyed that. Anyway. Not that he's your cup size. I'm not doing this with you, budget weights. All right. Wait, no. Oh, I think I know what happened. I guess I know what's happening. I know what's happening now. Let me get this together, because this gonna piss me off. I know what's happening. Okay. All right, now we're ready. For real this time. All right. There we go. Well, thank you, Chef Darion. Now that you done check, how many times you gonna change your name, sir? How many times are you gonna change your name? God, I don't have energy for this, y'all. Listen, a bitch just came. Lori Harvey, if you want to go around globe trotting, skipping about across the fruited plains from sea to shining sea, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, get bust down by any and everybody that you seem to think has a little bit of notoriety or you know, a little bit celebrity status, then baby, go ahead. But I don't care. I don't even know what Lori Harvey does. Like, she's almost getting to the black version of the Kardashian skanks, because I literally have no clue what she does. I ain't mad at her because now she's with dude from Snowfall. I'm not mad at her. Baby, if you can get your back blown out by all of the 5 men in the world, do it. But we don't need you to keep, you know, throwing it in our face, okay? You know, I mean, I just don't have the energy. They were saying they were lacking chemistry because on the Snowfall red carpet, it looked like he tried to kiss her and she turned away like, girl, I ain't got that type of time. I got cameras trying to take pictures of me. But really, we don't care. I don't know what talent she has except for making Oregon Trail on the ceiling when she puts her footprints on ceilings. Baby, now mama must be got some good snatch. Mama must be got some good snapback. You know, when you have that snapback, baby, you can get good busted down, and that cooch snapback. She must be got some good snapback. You know what I'm saying? But girl, I'm tired. I don't have the energy. Lori, can somebody tell me what she does? Like, I don't. Can somebody tell me? Hey, L Love, boo, what's good, boo? I don't know what she does. Somebody please tell me in the comments what she does. I have no idea. I have no idea what this woman does. She's a businesswoman. Okay. She's in the business of having spoons dipped into her sugar bowl, to borrow a comment from the intros. Her talent is pulling the cream of the crop in black England. Right. I don't know. Oh. Artisan arm candy. She's a professional succubus. Thank you. I'm just trying to figure this out. Girl. But I saw it. I said, I just can't. I bitch just can't. In our next, I don't have energy for Skip Bayless. Now he's over here bloviating and blathering about NFL owners and how they're so horrible for being white. Hello, sir. You have your own issues with the black community over here. Okay. God, Lord, mind you, his whole thesis to his dissertation that he unsheathed on his program was the fact that NFL owners are uncomfortable socializing with black coaches because they may have black wives, and their black wives, it was something so stupid. I just didn't have the energy. Something about, because the owners may want to try to get with the black wives or something. It was so stupid and insidious. I just didn't have the energy. I said, I'm not going to bother my people with this. I think hey, Satobia, child. Listen, Satobia, I know what that woman did. I know what she did. I can't tell you. I mean, girl, it's Black History Month. Please go away. Why are you here? In other bitch Kate news, this dude who is Puff Daddy's. Now, is this the same guy who professed to be Puff Daddy's? Hey, Tabitha, what's good, boo? You going back to bed? All right, boo. Is this the same guy who said that he was Diddy's bodyguard, and Diddy was getting busted down by Ja Rule a couple weeks ago? Remember that? And I showed the video. Is this the same guy? Now he claiming that Biggie ended up dead because his bodyguards didn't protect him enough. Because I was Puff's bodyguard, and I had to make sure that he ain't get shot and ain't nothing happen to him. And you see, ain't nothing happened to him. So Diddy's bodyguards just didn't do their job. I was like, girl, 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 please go sit down. Please go sit down somewhere. A bitch just can't. Please, please go sit down. Please go sit down. Like, I was literally like, what in the world is this? So this is the same dude who said that Puff Daddy got busted. Now that I can believe. I can believe that Puff probably got his back blown out by Ja Rule. And I ain't mad at it. Ja Rule right now. Have you seen Ja Rule lately? Ain't nothing to, ain't nothing to toot your nose up at. He's still looking good over there, okay? But bruh, we didn't ask you for this. We certainly didn't ask you for all this. This right here, nope. I know Really B was just live talking about it. A bitch just can't. The fact that the headline says you beat up the wrong bitch, because when we're comparing whose level of domestic violence is worse than the others in the entertainment career, I'm like, I don't have the energy. I don't. Because I feel like we're celebrating men who abuse women. I can't. A bitch just can't. A bitch just can't. I can't. I don't have the energy. That's not why he came. That's not why Noah got on that ark. That's not why John the Baptist had to get had to be beheaded and have his head put on a silver platter. That's not why any of this. That's not how any of this works. A bitch just can't. Moving on. In the dossier. And today, what do we have in the dossier today? Let's see what we got going on in the dossier. I just like to leave him up there because he's so cute. In the dossier today. So, y'all, we're going to start off with the bad stuff. So, it looks like they're phasing out. Hey, friend Jay, what's good, boo? They're phasing out court shows. So, Judge Mathis show has been canceled after 24 seasons, as well as the People's Court. Now, if y'all remember, the People's Court started way back in the 80s with Judge Wapner, if you go back that far. And then it got canceled, and then they brought it back with Judge Koch, who's the former, I think he's the former mayor of New York City, Judge Koch, Ed Koch, who's dead, God bless the dead. But it came back with him, and then Judge Judy's husband was on there for a while, and then it was Judge Milan. But both shows have been canceled. That's how most of us learned who Harvey Levin was. Before we knew him for TMZ. We knew Harvey Levin for being, the guy that was the, legal expert or legal person that used to talk after the cases on the People's Court. So, if you're into if you at home all day, and this is no slight to people who are at home all day, because, there's a lot of reasons why people are at home all day. Some people work from home. Some people, their spouse may work and they may be home taking care of kids. Child, I think Judge Maybelline had a show for a little minute, Harold, but I don't know. But I know they done canceled two staples in the judge show community. So, shout out to Judge Mathis too. I love his full-throated support of his son publicly. His son is gay. His son, be on social media with his boyfriend or whatever. And he's always been very acceptable. Even when his son came out to him on his show, I know he has a reality show as well. And his son kind of came out to him on the reality show. He talked about that he felt it was sad that his son felt that he had to come out to him or felt scared to come out to him. He wanted him to just be out and be who he is. So oh, Paternity Court has a new show coming out. Child, you know, you could watch Paternity Court. They have Paternity Court on YouTube. Go search it out. Not right now. I mean, after we get off, but go search Paternity Court on YouTube, child. Y'all know a lot of people used to go on these shows to try and become, you know, internet famous and stuff like that. A lot of bloggers and YouTubers have gone on these shows, and people who try to get, you know, some quick fame and notoriety, they'll go on these shows, court shows. Child, ain't he though, Harold? Child, yeah. What is my daddy gonna do? Right? They taking his programs. Child, he'll find something else. He'll find something else. Judge Joe Brown is a mess. He's a mess. He is he's if you ever live, he's very big on YouTube. Like Judge Joe Brown has a YouTube channel. He's very big on YouTube. And if you listen to some of the heinous and insidious things that he says out of his mouth, he's a whole mess. Justice for Judge. If y'all don't know, Really B is a huge Judge Judy fan. Like, she is a huge Judge Judy fan. Loves her some Judge Judy. Child. But shout out to the show. So I still think Judge Wapner is still the GOAT for the People's Court. Like, Judge Wapner is still the best. They even brought back the guy, Doug Llewellyn, who would come back, who would, you know, talk to the people outside and say, the judge ain't right, that bitch ain't shit. And then they'll bring the other person right. I won because that bitch ain't shit. I ain't paying you shit. You know how he used to, you know, have the mic in front of their face when they come out of the courtroom. My thing is, who was the person? Like, I feel like they had to have some bodyguard stopping the other person from coming out the court. Because in some of those cases that used to be real bad, I just knew somebody was going to run out there and beat somebody down after the court proceedings. Child, Judge Joe Brown is a mess. A mess. Child, LL said she can't stand Judge Judy. Child. In other not so good news, Bruce Willis has been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, and it's a disease that they said that there's no treatment for, there's no cure for. He retired, I believe it was last year, March or April, I believe it was, from acting, and excuse me. And so because he was diagnosed and he knew it was, you know, going to go downhill, so his family wrote this letter and released it to the public and social media about his new diagnosis, and that, you know, he will be getting progressively worse. He is 67, and you know, the dementia started to set in. You know, the things like that come close to the vest for me. My grandmother passed away from Alzheimer's, and all of her siblings, except for one, well, two, because one died and she was still right of mind, and then two of them died, they were still right of mind. But all of the other ones I remember, they succumbed to Alzheimer's, and there was like 9 of them, and 7 of the 9 succumbed to Alzheimer's. And so even one of my aunts, she kind of, at times, I feel like she, you know, has mental situations going on with some dementia. But I wonder for myself, you know, what does that, you know, mean for me? So yeah, and the thing about Bruce is we're praying for him and his family, because even him, when you deal with this kind of stuff, it's hard on the family. If you've never dealt with somebody with dementia or Alzheimer's and things like that, it is very difficult on the family. It's extremely difficult on the family. And so definitely we're praying for him and his family. Even Demi Moore joined with his on the letter with his current wife. So we're praying for Bruce Willis and his family. And yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a difficult ride. And sometimes you hate to see people who you really loved and really cared for go down this road, because it's a slow road. It's not like you get diagnosed and you die the next year. No, there are years and years and years where they progressively get worse, and where it's kind of like you're slowly watching them wither away. It reminds me of Tyler Perry's best movie, the only movie that I would say was a good movie by him. Hey, Patty Duke, The Family That Prays. I think it's called The Family That Prays, with Kathy Bates in there. If you remember, her and Alfred Woodard went on that road trip because she found out that she had Alzheimer's, and she said, I want to have this last little hoorah where I have a great time and I can remember the memories. And then she went and killed herself because she said, I don't want to go out like that. I want to go out on my own terms and be able to remember all of the good stuff. I mean, so much as you can remember after you know, off yourself, but she didn't want to go out like that. So I can understand it. I'm not saying necessarily that I do it, but I could definitely understand it. Caring for the elderly starts at $3,000 a month, and Alzheimer's is closer to it. It absolutely is. I'm telling you, I went through it. I know what it's about. It is extremely expensive. So yeah, like his kids, his current wife, Demi Moore, they all were in on this statement. They signed the statement just to update people on him. And I know we probably won't see him in public anymore. I don't foresee us seeing him in public anymore. And I think that's fine, because y'all remember when Muhammad Ali was really like declining. Like, I remember him at the '96 Olympics, and I remember thinking then, like, because remember the Parkinson's really had started to take hold. He could barely hold the torch. Hey, Social Jeff, but he managed to, you know, in that moment, he managed to light the torch in that moment. But I remember thinking, is he gonna make it? Like, somebody go help him? And then they kept, even after that, they showed him in some time that he was like really, really going a real shell of himself. And I was like, well, why would they do that? So I do agree that at a certain point, I don't know that they should be in the public viewpoint. So we're praying for that family. I guess I avoided it in the ABC segment, but I really, this really should have been in the ABCs. It really, really could have been in the ABC. I apologize that this was not in the ABCs. Like, can we put a hashtag ABC for this? Really could have been in the A Bitch Just Came. Two horrible people, because let's be clear, Chris Brown is a horrible person. So is Keely Williams. Both of these people are deplorable individuals. Okay. Just deplorable people. And I don't care that they're going back and forth. I literally, Chris Brown, we talked about it on Thursday on my live. People giving him flack for what he did, and rightfully so. They're giving him all the smoke in the world. He deserves all of the smoke in the world, because, like I said, then he's recidivist in domestic violence. He's recidivist. It's violence against not just women, but even men. He's recidivist in all of it. So Keely, who has no room to talk about anybody because she's a deplorable human being herself, God help us, she decided she was going to get into her commentary and talking about she wished, why don't he just work on making his own album where it would be so genius that it would make us forget about the horrible things that he does. Well, see, ma'am, even in you trying to make, see, you're not all there mentally, Keely. Okay? And why would you say, because what you basically said is, oh, if your music is good enough, or if, because she was trying to say that his music isn't that good, but what she basically was saying is, if his music is good enough, then that might help us not look past the fact that you're a whole abuser. You're an abusive person. You're a violent person. So even her own argument was horrible, awfully drafted. But I don't suspect that Keely Williams is a member of Mensa. Like Keely Williams is floating around somewhere. I'm gonna give her 75 to 90, between 75 and 90 on an IQ score. Maybe I give her maybe upper 80s. She ain't in no triple digits for no IQ score. Just letting you know that now. Anyway, and then he comes back with the whole promises. It was funny. It was petty. But Chris, you need to go somewhere and sit the fuck down somewhere. Like, you keep trying to bring your ass over into the public sphere, looking for us to embrace you. When you are, when for all we know, the moment we try to embrace you, you might try and beat us down. So he came out and started windmilling in the streets against her, telling her that she need to find her some business and find something to do with her life, which very well may be true. Two things can be true at the same time. Chris Brown can be a violent abuser who should not be in the public sphere. At the same time, Keely can be a lisp having, non-phonemic awareness proliferating person who has no business in the public sphere as well. Like, I just don't understand. Child, if y'all just want to know what they said, she said, quote, let him come out with his own record, so genius, so captivating that it makes us all forget he beats women. He can't, so he won't. So what does he do? He slowly creeps back into mainstream by getting small nods for features on Black women's merit. Black women who are more talented, more worthy, but give him the okay. I'm swatting the fucking air right now. Garbage. I'm swatting the air right now because you try to make it like, you know what I'm saying? This whole argument that she says he slowly creeps back in the mainstream. You slowly creep back in the mainstream too. Hello, you forgot you were over here proliferating your scankdaciousness. Over here gladly said, I was a whole industry bust down. I got trains ran on me back in the day. Now, there's nothing wrong if you want to have a train ran on you. It's okay. Some of us enjoy having trains ran on us. But please be clear, there's no reason for you to be in the public arena as well. Nobody's checking for you. Nobody's looking for you. Nobody wants anything to do with you. Nobody wants to hear your promises. We don't want to hear anything from you. We don't want to see you. We don't want to hear you. But here you are. Like you said, he's creeping back in the mainstream. He's trying to creep back in the mainstream. We remember you on the Encore. We remember you wasn't shit over there. We remember how horrible of a person you are. But we'll let you have it, girl. It's okay. We'll let you have it. I guess. He came back and said, just a mess. I'm getting kind of tired of your broken promises. Obviously, you are at a point in your life where either you are very broke or broken. The fact you think you have to speak negatively about me makes you look so lame. Your life and career must suck right now. Minding your business would have been best. But I guess you don't have a business or a real job that makes you financially stable. I feel more embarrassed for you and your actual maturity. End quote. When the rats and the roaches start fighting, nobody cares who wins. Kill each other off. When rats and roaches are fighting, we don't care who is. You can just kill each other off. We generally don't care. Nobody cares. Like, girl, like, hey, Diamond Pearl Jim, boo. Girl, what is happening here? What the hell is happening? Oh God. Move it on. Because I can't. So y'all, so this case right here, this is a situation in the city of Chicago. Chicago. Child. And so that lady is an off-duty member of Chicago PD. And she was in her neighborhood or in some, I don't know if it was her neighborhood. Let me take that back. She was somewhere in Chicago, off duty though, and said she was witnessing someone breaking into a home. Okay, so she saw people breaking and entering into the home. Some about when the men came out of the home, because it was four of them, the men started fighting. She saw all of it. She's an off-duty officer. She had her gun and stuff on her. She goes over to them. Three of the men run off. One of the men run up on her because, like I told you, she's off-duty. She don't have on no police, nothing. Okay? So he runs up on her, and he was like, "You a woman." And she was like, "You better get up off me." She told him she had a gun. Baby, he rolled up on her. Mama shoots him. And she told him, "I'll kill you. I'll kill you." She shoots him 3 times, not once. It's a whole video. You could go watch the video. The man's name is Levon Smith, Leevon. I debated on whether to put this in our Sugar Spike segment or not. So here's the deal. She shoots him. She says, "I'll kill you." She's yelling. It's a black lady now. She said, and he's saying back, "Baby, I'm sorry, because she done shot him 2 or 3 times. I'm sorry, I don't want to die." And she wasn't here for it. So she shot the man 3 times. He ends up going to the hospital. She didn't even try to help him, nurse his wounds or nothing before the EMT came. Now, she did yell at somebody. I think a neighbor or something came out. She did yell at the neighbor to call the police and call 911 to come help the man, but she ain't trying to help him. Also, the man dies 2 days later and succumbed to his injuries. So now it's a whole situation. His name is Levon, Leevon. Last name is Smith. They ain't told us the cops' names yet. I'm sure it's probably out there by now because it don't take long. It's a whole video. And her voice, if you know her, you probably know her voice. "Hey, Omar, what's good?" So now the family, this happened last month. The Chicago PD put her on administrative leave, on routine administrative duty for 30 days. And so forth. Levon Smith's family is now suing the city, Chicago Police Department, and the officer. And they're suing them for $10 million. Child, it's a whole man. I'm surprised this story ain't got more traction. But y'all know how we do over here. We break stories over here. We don't follow the trend and the norms. We break stories over here. But it's a whole video. I would show the video, but I don't want to violate any of YouTube stuff because in the video, you see them tussling. You see he does try to grab her gun. He absolutely tries to grab the woman's gun. And she shoots him once. And he laid out. Then she shoots him again. And then she shoots him again. Like, it's not a bam, bam, bam. It's a bam, bam, bam. Like, it's a little delay in between the shots. So, and you can hear him saying that he don't want to die. He ended up dying. A mess. It's a whole. I was gonna put it in the Sugar Spike segment, but I don't know, because when I first saw the video, I didn't. When I saw the video before I, did my research on it, and so from the video, it looks like it's just a regular woman that you see this black man attacking, and I'm like, why is he attacking that woman? And it looked like you see them start tussling, and she shoot him, and I'm like, you should have left her alone. But when you add the caveat to it that she's an undercover police officer, allegedly breaking a robbery going on, then it adds other layers that they ain't give us and stuff like that. Like it becomes chow. Now he was wrong. The man was wrong. But what people are saying is they don't feel like, one, they don't feel like she needed to shoot him that many times, and two, she did nothing to try to give him any medical assistance or anything while he was bleeding out, you know, on the ground. Right. She did say, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. She says it, I think she says it like twice. I'll kill you. Go watch the video. If you go search, I saw it a couple places. I think the Shade Room had it on there. I believe I saw it on it was like 2 or 3 places. I saw it on ABC News 7 in Chicago. That's where somebody sent me the link for ABC News 7 in Chicago. That's where I first saw it, and then I tried to do some research, and I saw it was even on the Shade Room. So yeah, it's the video is out there. You can go find it. Go look up Levon Smith, Eevon, and that's in his last name is Smith. That's in Chicago. You'll find the video. Video is out there. You can see it. It's, you know, and you can see it and hear them. So I don't know what y'all think. Cause see, for me, like I said in the beginning, I watched the video without knowing the backstory, and once I heard the backstory, it kind of changed how I felt. You know, I don't know, y'all. So people, this is one of those cases where you definitely gonna have people with mixed feelings on it. I can certainly see people saying, that's what his ass get. But then I can see people saying, nah, she have to go that far. The man that didn't deserve to lose his life. You know, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. If y'all get a chance, go see it. We can talk about it later. I'm gonna follow and monitor the situation. Y'all know how these things go. We break news over here. You'll hear about it over here on this platform first, and then you'll start to hear more of it on mainstream media, and other people bigger than me will start to cover it. But we break the news here first. Had this been Florida, that lawsuit would have been tossed out. Child. It sure would have. Do off-duty cops have qualified immunity? That's a good question. I'm not sure, Cams. I'm not sure about, because she was off duty. Hey, Spicy Original. Girl, you late. Girl, because it's a Saturday, we ain't gonna give you this good essay. But you is late. Boy. But yeah, this one is a little more convoluted than people will admit. So I don't know. Anyway, next, so y'all listen, listen. That's y'all's girl. She was at New York Fashion Week, and in this big pink fur coat and this black baseball cap and jumpsuit. She looked a damn mess, but people were really concerned. She had this big bodyguard basically holding her up, and people would, hey, Wendy, how you doing? And, her eyes bugging out of her face and stuff like that. Child, yes, that's Wendy Williams, honey. Baby, it looked like the guy that she was walking next to, I don't know if he was a bodyguard or what, it looked like he was basically holding her up. They had to hold her because she had a big the pink fur coat had a long train, and so they had to hold her. It was there's a whole video of her entering whatever place she was going into for New York Fashion Week. Child, a mess. She looked like people are now genuinely concerned about her mental well-being, because she looked crazy. Like, she literally looked crazy. She, outside of the fur coat, she looked a mess. outside of the fur coat, she looked a damn mess. And even the fur coat seemed out of place, but it's New York Fashion Week, so they do all types of, extravagant, stuff, flamboyant stuff. But she looked real like, I don't want to say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but child. Have y'all seen this video? Not that she looked like she got back from an alien abduction. Like at first, the way she kept bugging her eyes out, I didn't know if I was like, you ever seen someone with like thyroid disease that has those issues where their eyes kind of pop out? I didn't know if she was like, I said, I wonder if she got like something with her thyroid or something like that. Because the way she kept bugging her eyes, I was like, oh. And it's not like they were permanently that way. She would just make them do that. And I was like, oh, girl, what are you doing? Like, it was a mess. But y'all need to pray for y'all's girl. Pray for her. Oh, she does have thyroid disease? Okay. But people who I know who have thyroid disease, like their eyes just bug out like that, constantly. Like it's not something like they do. Because her eyes weren't bugging out like that the whole time. Like she would you could see she was making her eyes do that. Like she would open her eyes real big. And so I don't know. Okay, moving on. Mama, that's y'all girl. Y'all girl. So y'all, who is this guy? I saw this on one of the blogs. So this man right here, who, as you see, has been arrested. His name is Corey Rollins. He is 25 years old. While he's not bad on the eyes, he's bad on humanity, because he was arrested because he was at the kids' playground licking on some little 7-year-old boy's feet. See, these are the people who we don't need in society. Lock his ass up forever. He literally was licking on the playground, went into the containment where the kids play and stuff like that, and was laid on the ground, had the little boy there and was licking on had the little boy take off his shoes and socks and started licking on the little boy's feet. 7-year-old little boy. Mind you, he used to work at an elementary school as a paraprofessional. What do y'all want me to do with that? What do y'all want me to do with that? These are people who need to be under the jail. Now, at the time of the incident, he was no longer working for Richmond County school system. This is over in Augusta, Georgia. At the time of the incident, he was no longer working for Richmond County school system. However, he was working previously at an elementary school. Let me say again, he was caught in the containment where little kids were playing on the playground at the park, had got some 7-year-old little boy to take off his socks and shoes and proceeded to lick on the little boy's feet. I don't even think I have none of drugs, Harold. I just think this is a sick-ass bastard. Just a sick-ass bastard. The things that are probably going to happen to him in that jail, baby, you get what you. The universe will get you. The universe is gonna give you what you dish out, baby. The way they're gonna beat you down in that jail, I don't feel bad for you. I hope you never get out. Listen, I hope he never gets out. Like some people, lock them in there forever. You don't never need to get out. You do not need to see the light of day. So the owner of the playground said they was trying to kick him out, so that's why they had to call the police because the man wouldn't leave. A mess. A mess. I need to move on from this story because it disgusts me. But that's y'all boy, Corey Rollins, 25. Ridiculous. Just two awful people on a picture together. Two awful people on a picture together. So, Sister Donna, Sister Mary, Donna, Don Lemon, got some flack for some comments he made. Now, let's be clear. Well, let me get to what he said. Y'all's girl Nikki Haley announced earlier this week that she was running for 2024 presidential election. She then later, well, was it last week? Whatever. She then later comes out and said, "Child, Miss Lemon is a goddamn mess." Sister Mary Donna. Anyway, so Nikki Haley said that any politician over the age of 75 needs to undergo a. You better put her whole full government name in there, the name that she's trying to run away from, because she don't want people to know that she is of, Middle Eastern descent. She's Asian. But we should just call her Nimrata. That's her real name, Nimrata. Anyway, she said that any politician over the age of 75 needs to undergo mental competency or testing to make sure that they have the mental capacity to do the job of being a politician. Don Lemon, and she was, directly speaking to y'all's boy, Joseph Robinette Biden. So y'all's boy, Don Lemon, was on the morning show down to the CNN. He says that, oh, well, who is she to tell that they need to undergo testing for their mental capacity and so forth. She ain't in her prime. Women in their 20s, 30s, and 40s might be in their prime, but not her in her 50s. I was like, oh. And of course, he had to backpedal and pussy pop off of that because women across the fruited plains, y'all know women watch the morning shows, started to come at him, and he issued this apology where he said, quote, "The reference I made to a woman's prime this morning was inartful and irrelevant, as colleagues and loved ones have pointed out, and I regret it. A woman's age doesn't define her either personally or professionally. I have countless women in my life who prove that every day," end quote. Listen. I don't know why y'all put drunk ass snorting lines of coke off of white escort penises as Don Lemon on a morning show. Mama is not built or made. Hey, J12, aka Mama is not built or made for morning television programming. That is PG programming in the morning. There's a reason he was on at 10 o'clock at night, because Mama just be letting it all fly out. Like Mama is open like a good bust down hole is open at a damn sex party. Baby Mama just let it all out. Whose idea was it that Don Lemon was right for the morning show? Like, why is he there? CNN, y'all got what y'all paid for. Don Lemon has been saying outrageous shit for a long time. A long time. So why y'all thought it was gonna be any different? Because y'all put him on the morning show. That was stupid. But he done backpedaled and pussy popped off of it. Here's the deal. I don't even know why people are paying attention to Nimrata because she does not have an ice cube's chance in hell of getting the nomination from the Republican Party. I have a better chance of getting the nod or the nomination from the Republican Party than she does. I'm just saying. So both of these people should be in the ABC segment. Neither one of these people should be in our purview. She's not relevant. She is never going to become even a nominee. I doubt if she even gets a nod for vice presidency, okay? Vice president nominee. So she ain't got an Ice Cube chance in hell. He ain't gonna never get right. He's the whole reason why CNN banned drinking during their New Year's Eve show because he be out of pocket and out of order. He's a messy queen. He's a white messy queen too. And I know he's black presenting, but please be clear. He falls in the category of those white messy queens that just get real white girl wasted and they just let it all fly out. They just be real out of order and real out of pocket. Let's just be brutally honest. A mess. A whole mess. But I just don't understand. Now, both of these individuals are very familiar with having white men up in them. So I'm about to go down a road less traveled, and it's too early in the day. I'm about to pull a whole Don Lemon because of Don Lemon. Let me get the hell out of here before I start getting out of control. Hey, Bobo, you late to class, Bobo. Where you been, Bobo? Coming in here all late, child. Girl. Both of these people, if you let them, would love to have their own mantle of white privilege and breastplate of white supremacy. They done had enough white men up inside of them that they think they actually may have some white in them. They think they have that breastplate of white supremacy and mantle of white privilege. A bitch just came. A bitch just came. The science isn't even behind what Don Lemon said because science will tell you women's prime is much later in life than men's primes. But we live in a, patriarchal society where everything is related to, how men go through life. So they immediately assume that women's primes has to be in at the same time as men's prime. Women's prime comes much later. Much later. Hell, that's something that I'll give you a perfect example. That's something you learn in singing. If you go and study singing and voices, they'll tell you women's voices don't get to its prime and peak level or doesn't mature until mid to late 30s. That's when it starts to come into its peak. Which is why some opera singers and great singers will tell you they were actually able to sing well into their 60s, and the decline usually starts maybe late 60s, early 70s is when their voices start to really go down. But even look at some of the women in our families. Think about some of the women in your families in their 40s and 50s. Were they not in their prime? Now, maybe they didn't have the same look that they had in their 20s, but mentally, and even some of them physically, in their 50s, a lot of them were in their prime. Child, it's a mess. But Don Lemon, I still don't even understand why he's a prominent figure on CNN. There's so many other black male journalists out there. There's so many other black male gay journalists. If you want to check all of the same boxes, black, male, and gay, that check those boxes that are much better journalists than he is. But whatever. Moving on. I can't. Innocent looking picture, huh? Just real innocent. I'm gonna just let that sit there for a while I swig this coffee, because this is really one of these. Y'all got to be y'all done lost y'all goddamn minds. I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on here. Oh God. I don't know that I have the energy for this, y'all. Child, I don't have the energy for this. That would be Marcus Houston. Yes, at Marcus Houston. And that is his wife. That is his wife. He is 40. She is 22. And he is saying that they've been together for 10 years. They have a 3-year-old daughter. They've been married for 3 years. And they've been together for 10 years, which means she would have been 22. Now, mind you, none of this shit is believable. I'm not saying that he might not have been slipping and dipping and tipping and dipping with her when she was underage, but I don't know that it was 12, because when you start to look at the woman's story, she ran away from home. She was removed from her birth mother's home, sent to a foster home in Oregon, ran away from the foster's home to go be with the daughter, with the mom. She was a teenager. I don't know that she was 12. Maybe she ran away to go be with Marcus Houston. I mean, if he was messing with somebody underage, he got it honestly. He learned from the best. Chris Stokes, he came up under the tutelage of Chris Stokes. Mind you, it's alleged that he met her through Chris Stokes' daughter or something. I heard that Chris Stokes might have a daughter. I didn't know that Chris Stokes was in the business of dealing with X chromosomes. I thought he only dealt with underage XY chromosomes. So, but anyway, some girl who is Chris Stokes' daughter, I don't know. That's how he met her or something. And Chris Stokes has a very celebrated, I don't know as much as you could say celebrated, but a very long track record of, right, Moya, the girl, been missing for many, many years. But he's claiming he's been with the girl for 12 years. He met her through a daughter or somebody close to Chris Stokes. Chris Stokes, a known pedophile. Allegedly, he thought, now he was smart enough to not unsheath her to the world until after she turned 18 and said, oh, here's my girlfriend. She's 18. We're engaged. Now, I'm not saying it's not out of the ordinary for people to get engaged in a matter of days, weeks, and or months after meeting somebody, because that happens in the celebrity world all of the time. However, it don't sound like this was the case. So I absolutely wholeheartedly believe he was over here doing things with that young lady well before she was 18. Was it 12? I don't know. Either way, bruh, you weren't supposed to put this out there. Bruh, what y'all got going on here? What is going on here? What is going on here? I guess we have to officially put him in the category of bisexual now, because you're still not gonna make me believe he wasn't also busting down men. Now, I don't know if the men he was busting down or getting busted down was underage. I ain't saying they was. They might have been of age. But I know he been busting down men for a long time. But we're gonna keep that to ourselves. Child, girl, child. This coffee is extra good today. Extra good. Oh, I don't know, baby. I can't keep up. It's too much going on. What do y'all want me to do with this? It's too much going on. This is literally too much going on. I don't know what's happening here. Child, like I don't know. And a lot of people try to automatically say, "Oh, it's daddy issues." That don't be the case all of the time, and that's just a trope that people just throw out there all of the time. But that's not the case all of the time. It's other things going on. It's not just you could just say, "Oh, it's daddy issues, daddy issues, daddy issues," because a lot of times it's not. It's really not, and people just throw that out there. I don't know. But what I do know is, bro, you need to tell us that. We need to know all that. Like, girl, girl, not listen. Pay these people no mind. If anything, it sheds some light on how much pedophilia is kept on the hush and swept under the rug in the black community. That's true, and it ain't just started recently. Go back to the days of our grandparents and great grandparents. Go back to the early 1900s. People, my grandmother had her first child at 15. And a lot of women back then were getting pregnant at 13, 14, 15 back in the day. So this is nothing new. And a lot of times the men that they were getting pregnant by were either older family members or older men in the community. That's a whole nother topic, a whole nother subject that the black community refuses to address. Because if we do that, then we have to unpack things and dust off the cobwebs on the history of some members of our families. We don't want to do that. We don't want to go down that road because now we got to talk about Nana, Big Mama, Grandma, and all of those other people who you dare not say anything bad about. But everybody's we put rose-colored glasses on, after people die, but these things are real issues, and if we never unpack them, they're destined to continue to perpetuate, proliferate. Anyway, I just can't. Moving forward. Ciao. So studies have shown, a study at Stanford University has said that penis size has grown by 24% over the last, well, how many years did they say? Over the last 3 decades. They said really back in the 1970s, late 70s, when they did a initial study, average penis size was about 4.6. People would say it was 6 inches. They said it was 4.6. Now they said that it has ballooned into 6 inches. Now, the scientists that study reproductive organs are saying that, hey, Houston, that's too much growth in that short amount of time. Evolution doesn't happen that quickly. Houston, we have a problem. I'm over here saying, where's the problem? Hello? Where's the problem? Now, they're saying they believe that there are chemical imbalances within our, they do now. Vovo, you're right. They're saying there's chemicals that are being used in our food and other things, other factors that have added to this. But they absolutely say that it's because of that they believe that it's because of chemical exposure interacting with our hormonal makeup. And now, so Jeff, in our community, now, if y'all don't know, in the black gay community, we do have an embarrassment of riches. Baby, the peens that you see pulled out of pants in the black gay community will make you be like, oh, because I know even that 6 inches don't even work for the black gay community. Because baby, some of the stuff these men be working with, Child, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But what I'm saying is, those of us that deal with a lot of penises have been seeing for a long time. Where are these penises coming from? Baby, these some big dicks coming out here. These some big ass shoulder boulder mountain holder ass dicks around here. Like, girl, like a bitch whip some shit out. Hey, Ravine, what's good, boo? A bitch whip some shit out, and you be like, bitch, what the fuck is that? Where are you going? Like, and so you be like, nah, girl, girl. What do you want me to do with that? I'm not in the business of, delivering a baby or giving birth every time we have sex, okay? That ain't what I want to do. That ain't how I'm made up. I'm not in the business of every time we have sex, I got to be giving birth. No. No means no, and yes means no, okay? Girl, right. Hell, whole beer cans and shit. Back in the day, it used to be an anomaly. It used to be like, so y'all know how it goes. Back in the day, they used to be like, if somebody had a real big stuff, you would always follow their name up with the big dick. So if his name was, because I know a bunch of Twans with the big dick. If his name was Twan, you'd be like, which Twan you talking about? Twan with the big dick. Oh, or you talk about somebody, Derek with the big dick. You know what I'm saying? That's how you always introduce them. Yeah, into a conversation, be like, child, I was over there hanging out with Terrence with the big dick. That's just how. It was just like a part of their name, tethered to their name, so you knew, baby, he over there working with something that might not be the hill you want to die on. Even though there were a couple times that somebody had that moniker attached to their name, and I went over there and saw what it was going on, and it wasn't going on like that. But it was okay. It's just something you do. Girl. But so they're saying that it's a problem, and it shows that there's chemical exposure to our hormonal makeup. I say the problem is if we stop being able to accommodate these big penises, then that becomes a problem. And the problem is people who don't know when to say no. You got to know your limit. You can't be one of these girls that this man literally got a third leg, and it's like he's playing kickball in your ass every time he has sex with you. Girl, you need to have said, no, this not gonna work out. I teach my very close friends, you don't meet a man for the first time and not know what you working with over there. Why? I'm not saying y'all got to go have sex and everything, but you can brush your leg up against it. You can, brush your hand up against it just to see what's going on. Because, baby, he might have some shit you might be like, I do not want internal organs displaced. Bitches around here displacing internal organs. Your liver's supposed to be over here, and that bitch sitting right up under your goddamn heart. You looking at the goddamn casket, they wonder how the fuck your liver get up underneath your heart. Because that bitch done displaced my internal organs. God of mercy, God of love. Girl. If he's a grower, growers are dangerous. It's nothing we could do about that little baby. Growers are some of the most dangerous species on the face of the planet. A grower is one of the most dangerous species on the face of the planet, because you over there thinking you good, and then baby, you going on around, you turn around, think, okay, I'm good, turn back around, and it look like the Incredible Hulk over here. Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. Just a mess. Child, I'm just saying. Tell them for the people in the back, Ravine. Baby, that brush up against the chest. Baby, that shit works wonders, honey. Right here, ruptured spleens and shit and carrying on. Girl, we don't got that type of time. You know how much medical bills cost? Gotta be going and getting all stitched up and shit and having surgeries and shit because you out here displacing internal organs. I ain't got that type of time. Medical bills cost a lot of goddamn money. But that's what the people saying. down to the Stanford University. And Stanford University is a very credible university, so I believe them. We have empirical evidence. Listen, every gay man and every woman who likes men across the fruited plains, especially in the black community, can tell you, yeah, that sounds about right. We have empirical evidence. We done seen a whole lot of peens. If you somebody like me, I done seen more peens than a urinal at a bathroom stall in a goddamn stadium. But don't judge me. You don't know my pain. You don't know what I've been through. But we've had this empirical evidence for a long time. Now we just have scientific backing. We've been saying for a long time, it's the McDonald's that these kids is eating. And now we have scientific proof. Hey, Monk Chip Boo, what's going on? How y'all doing over there in South Carolina? South Kakalaki. Child. But this is what we do. That story begged to be talked about on Silly Saturday. Speaking of good news, we go from one bit of good news to the next bit of good news. First good news, bigger peens, which we love, bigger peens. The next good news, bigger numbers. Since we're talking bigger numbers, shout out to Really B, who reached her 10,000 subscriber mark last night. We are so very happy for her. Listen, we are celebrating her. Sometime next week, she's going to have a great, shindig. We're going to have a blowout party. Listen, we're going to be around here drinking and carrying on and laughing and having a good ass time with Really B. Some of us have been with Really B. I've been subscribed to Really B since before she had her 1,000. Hey, cat done popped out the bushes. Hey, cat, boo. Listen, I've been subscribed to Really B since before she had 1,000 subscribers. I remember when she went live with James, Spillerboy TV, and I think that's how she got to her 1,000. So I've been subscribed to Really B since way early on. So we are so happy and elated for her. Mama puts in the time, the work, the effort, and the energy, and we celebrate her today. That is my sis. If she wins, I win. We all win. So we are so happy for her. So I wanted to put her in the dossier today because y'all put some shondos in the chat for my sis. Shout out to Really B. Shondo boom. That was when I was in DC back in, what was that, 2021? Chat. But I had been subscribed to her before she went on James Live. But like I said, I remember before she had that her first 1,000. So to know that she's at this milestone, we are so very happy for her. And yeah, we wanted to spend some time, carve out some time for her. Put y'all favorite Really B phrases in the chat. Y'all go ahead and put your favorite Really B phrase in the chat. So go ahead and do that for my big sis. Now, it's okay. That's my big sis. Mama is about 32 years older than me, and I've learned so much from her. You know what I'm saying? At the ripe old age of 71, Mama done got that 10,000 subscribers, and I'm so happy for her. 71 looks good on you, big sis, and we are so very happy and proud of you. Which is a Bobo shit we didn't ask for. Free 99. However, she do be saying however. Chat. Yeah. Shout out to the big sis. Chat. Y'all know she gonna beat me down. She do say El Teddy kiss my ass all the time. She do. She say that all the time. However, comma. She do be saying however, comma. Y'all know she gonna get me. She probably riding in the car right now on her way out of town, fighting the wind, cussing me out. That's why I did it while I knew she was gonna be driving, so that way she can't type in the chat. Yeah, she gonna beat me down, but it's okay. She's 71. She can't do too much. She's 71. When you that old, you can't do too much damage. She do be saying, nah, I ain't go to nobody's law school, but she do be saying that. Miss Baytha, you real late to class today, ma'am. You real late to class, but we still love you. Hey, Miss Baythang, boo. Miss Baythang and all my other members, don't forget to go over to that post on my community wall to put your Instagram name in the chat so you could be added to the members only Instagram group chat. You don't want to miss the Instagram group chat for members only. Chat. Yeah. Bully B would pull the call over. She ain't gonna pull that call over. I ain't worried about her. I am not worried about her. I am not worried about her. Yeah. Bitch arse. Yeah. Child, if you really go back to really be, you know, it used to be really B exclamation point T @ CH. I think that's what it was. It's still in my phone that way. But it didn't say really BTV. It had like, you know, B and some, you know, characters and letters over there. But you got to go back for that, child. Child. Here. Your favorite one is when she went off on Wiley, child. I remember me and Abby was on the stream, y'all, with her when she went off on Wiley. Yeah. Oh, wait, was we? No, I think we was in the chat. Or was we on screen? No, I think we was on screen on the stream, y'all, with her. Anyway, we celebrate our sister today. We're gonna have so much fun when we do that live later on this week. All right, y'all. So listen. It is time for our Sugar Spike segment. And ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary, non-gender conforming members of our audience, it is now, without further ado, time for yours and my favorite segment, the Sugar Spike segment.
Wow! You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And wow! Shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the new Sugar Spike segment intro. Y'all know we were real upset about our Taste the Biscuits getting flagged by the YouTube for copyright. So we had to come up with a new intro. Put a 27 in the chat if you like the new Sugar Spike segment intro. Put a 27 in the chat if you hear for the new Sugar Spike segment intro. I had to come up with something, y'all, because I felt it was lacking. We needed something new. We needed something new. Child. They took our biscuits away from us, right, Jason? So we needed something new. Child. Y'all want it one more time? One more time. One more time for the intro. One more time for the Sugar Spike segment intro. One more time.
Wow! You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And wow! Shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our Sugar Spike segment. I'm glad y'all liked. I was real worried y'all wasn't gonna like the new Sugar Spike segment intro, but I'm glad y'all like the new Sugar Spike segment intro. I worked on that for y'all because I kept saying I gotta bring my people something. They ain't had a good. They took our biscuits away from us. Now they flagged that one. me and you two gonna have a problem. God, Lord. So, in our sugar spike segment, so in the great state of Idaho, not Idaho, Idaho, okay? In the great state of Idaho, they are introducing legislation that it would make it illegal, make it a criminal offense to administer COVID vaccines. Let me say that again. In the great state of Idaho, they are putting legislation on the table. They are introducing legislation in their legislature that would make it illegal to administer any mRNA vaccine or COVID vaccine, but it doesn't say COVID, it says mRNA vaccine to anybody. It will become a misdemeanor, but it still will be a criminal offense. The text in the bill officially says, quote, a person may not provide or administer a vaccine developed using messenger ribonucleic acid technology for use in an individual or any other mammal in this state, end quote. Now I'm gonna tell you what the fuck is gonna happen, because they don't give a shit about us people. But this is Idaho. You fuck around and let something happen to them, the goddamn cows, and they need a goddamn vaccine for them cows, or they'll find a way around this law. Because you notice it said individual or any other mammal in the state. Let something go around and happen to one of them animals down there onto the farm. See if they don't find a way around this vaccine. This is what y'all got going on. So now we're outlawing. It's open season on outlawing medical procedures. You have people that don't have degrees, don't have any amount of education with regard to medicine, science, or anything of the such. They're making decisions on what we should and should not do scientifically. Two women are, this ain't even the white men. These are two women that have introduced this bill. State Representative, what's their names? I had it right here. State Representative Judy Boyle and State Senator Tammy Nichols. This is what y'all got going on. Like, I don't even know. I don't even have commentary on this. I don't even have commentary on this, because now we have people that officially make laws in states that have succumbed to and proliferate conspiracy theories. Like, conspiracy theorists are now sitting on legislative floors down to Capitol buildings across the fruited plains. There's some of them down to the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. People who are real and legitimate conspiracy theorists are now making legislation that impacts your life. If that doesn't scare you, I don't know what will. This is what y'all got going on. You might be right, L Love. They might feel like it doesn't affect them as white people like it did us black people. But you notice how they put any other mammal. You wait till the next cow flu, or bison flu, or the next chicken flu come out, and now you have dozens of their livestock that are dying, or they'll be here for all types of vaccines that'll help that process out, because they care more about animals than they do real people. That whole sign is a wild. Like, do you see what they have on that side, Harold? Just look at it. Just a mess. Just a mess. Because we didn't have enough of this one here. But no, it wasn't enough that she was in the Dossier section. No. She decided that she wanted to, she was going to double dip today. It's a lot of double dipping today. So Mama said, we're going to be in 2 sections. So Nimrata, because we ain't going to call her Nikki. Your mama named you Nimrata. We're going to call you Nimrata. Nimrata done came out here, God of mercy, God of love. She says that because everybody on that side, all of the whack jobs and yahoos, they're trying to out bigot and out discriminate and out racist Ron death sentence. Okay, so that's their barometer. That's their litmus test. Governor death sentence. Okay. So in their attempts to be more heinous and diabolical than him, they just come out and say some of the most asinine things. Oh no, her go look up her real name. It's Nimrata, Nimrata. It might be Nimrata. I don't know, but it ain't Nikki. So I'm gonna call her Nimrata. Anyway, she says that Florida's Don't Say Gay bill doesn't go far enough. That governor death sentence wasn't hard enough by saying that it shouldn't be, you shouldn't mention sexual orientation or gender identity before 3rd grade. Now she says, oh no, he didn't go far enough because we need even stricter laws. So she said, in all elementary school, you should never mention sexual identity, gender identity, sexual orientation, or anything at any time during elementary school. Now, here's the question. What happens when little Kelly comes to class, to kindergarten? Because kindergartners and 1st graders are very inquisitive. And she has 2 moms. And now little Billy over here asks, hey, how does she get 2 moms and I only have 1 mom? What do? You say, shut up, little Billy. Don't ask these questions. How do you answer that? I told y'all, these people pass laws and it starts sweeping the country. It becomes the blueprint. Everybody tries to outdo everybody else. I told y'all the laws that they're doing in Missouri the other day. She's running for president. Now, the good thing is, like I told you earlier, this hooker don't have an Ice Cube's chance in hell of getting to the White House. So I'm not even, she don't even have a good chance of getting to the Naval Observatory. For those people who don't know, the Naval Observatory is where the vice president lives. She don't even have a good chance of getting there. So I'm not even worried about her. Not fuck your life, little Billy. Her snacks are better than yours. That is the comment of the day for me. That right there is the comment of the day for me. Dear God. Oh God. I can't do this with y'all. Oh God. In more news, because Cam and the state in which he resides, the great state of Minnesota, is destined to send Black people down the downward path of destruction. So the great state of Minnesota, um, there's a law in the books that says that has been agreed. There's a law on the books that says that when you go to jail for a felony, you get the right to have your rights restored and have the right to vote. And so people just took that as long as once you get out, your rights are restored. Someone decided that they would challenge that because they're trying to disenfranchise marginalized voters. And so now they took it all the way up to the Supreme Court in the great state of Minnesota. Supreme Court says, well, it only applies once you get off probation. So you can't have your rights restored until after you get off probation, even though that's not what the law says. And then they went back further and said, if they want it to be any different, then the Minnesota legislature needs to put a law on the books that says that you don't have to have already completed probation in order to have your rights restored. So now they're splitting hairs. Now, members of the Minnesota legislature have already introduced a bill that has passed. You're welcome, really, B. They've already introduced on the House floor. I think it passed the House a bill that would codify the fact that the voters would have the ability to have their rights restored and be able to vote. Citizens will have their rights restored and be able to vote. What happened? Oh God. I don't know what just happened, y'all. I don't know what just happened, y'all. Hold on. I don't know what happened to my. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what just happened to my. I'll bring it back up. Give me a second. I think I lost internet on my other laptop. But anyway, while I'm speaking on that, so that's the deal. They don't want people to have their rights to vote restored. When they looked at the raw numbers right now, they say about I'm just going to speak to black people because I'm just rooting for everybody black. It is what it is. But right now they say about 8% of black people would black people and 9% of Native Americans don't have the right to vote because the rule saying you can't be on probation. They said if they went and allow people not on probation to have that right, that number would go down to where it would be just 1.5% of black people and 2% of Native American people that would fall into that category. So we're absolutely rooting for this to happen. Give me a second, y'all. Let me get this back up and functional. Sorry about this, y'all. I think we lost our something happened with that computer over there. All right. So yeah. So y'all talk to Cams and tell Cams to make sure that they do the right thing over there down to the great state of Minnesota. All right. Moving on. Have y'all heard about this story right here? Girl, if you haven't, if this ain't a sugar spike, I don't know what a sugar spike is. Do you hear me? So listen, y'all. The Department of Labor has found that there's a United States meat packing company that does meat packing and owns meat packing plants all over the country that is illegally employing well over 100 kids, 102 children. And we ain't just talking about old children. We're talking about from the ages of 13 to 17 to work in meat packing plants. And when I say work in meat packing plants, they have them working overnight. They have them working with saws and equipment and instruments that do cutting. You know, you can't have any of that. Here's some of the other things they said that they were doing. Where am I at? Where's that? Where is it at? Because it's a whole mess. Oh man, I lost my place in here. All right, so they found that children were working with hazardous chemicals and cleaning meat processing equipment, including back saws, brisket saws, and head splitters. These kids were working overnight shifts and all kinds of. It's a whole mess. They said, and the meat packing plants, they it's not like it's one company. They are meat packing plants used by several big name conglomerates like Tyson Foods, Cargill, Turkey Valley Farms, and several others. George's Incorporated, Buckhead Meat of Minnesota, JBS Foods, and the list goes on. They charged these plants $15,000. What was the amount? I had the amount. I keep losing my place, y'all. I got to do better. $15,138 per child. I don't even think that's enough, but per child they were charged $15,138. These, I mean, there were so many violations of child labor laws. It's ridiculous. So we have cemented ourselves in the same realm of third world countries. Do you hear me? We have our own dictators down there to Washington. We have buffoons in our legislature. We outlaw credible science, and now we violate all types of child labor laws. We have our own sweatshops right here on U.S. soil. And so now you can't go around here making countries over in Southeast Asia and in other parts of the world where you see sweatshops and nefarious labor laws going on. You can't make them feel bad because we have the same shit going on here. There's no different. I wish a motherfucker would. When y'all was 13 and 17, could they have told you, oh yeah, you got to work this good overnight shift? They couldn't even told me no stuff like this. That's the thing, Monk Chip. They just gonna pay the fee and keep going. You think they're gonna stop it? You think they're actually gonna send regulators down there to see what's going on? Hell no, they don't care. They probably mad that this story got out. A mess. What would you say if y'all probably wouldn't even believe your child if hey Miss Honey, you probably wouldn't even believe your child if your child said, yeah, they want me to work the overnight shift. You'll probably be like, boy, go in the room. Girl, go in the room and stop playing with me on damn overnight shift. They got child labor laws. Apparently, child labor laws don't mean nothing to these people. First of all, if my child at 13 years old said, oh mom, dad, I got this job at the meat packing plant, I would be like, at the who, what, where? Baby, you ain't working down there. You better go on down there to McDonald's, going on down there to do Walmart or Target or Publix or Wendy's, the grocery store. Baby, going on down there and make you a few dollars. Meat packing plant, baby, they don't even let kids your age work in no damn meat packing plant. That's the first thing I probably would have said. Show. They had to get to work. They could have caught the bus to work, Miss Honey. They might have caught the bus to work. I don't know. But I remember when I was young, and before the age of 16, you had to get a worker's permit in Florida at that time. If you were 14 or 15 years, the earliest you could work was 14. And if you were 14 or 15, you had to get a worker's permit signed by your parents. And it had all of the information, where you were working, the hours you were, and so forth. because of child labor laws. So, and then once you were 16, you could go and work wherever you wanted as long as, but they still had child labor laws for kids under 18. So if you were 16, 17, or 18, 16 or 17, there were laws that you had to abide by, restricting how long you could keep them at work without a break, what time they had to be off work, and all kinds of other stuff. Yeah, them parents knew. And I guarantee you, they're probably like my parents. Hey, Miss Sharon popping out the bushes, where, half that money, in my household, listen, of my paycheck, I only got to keep 40%. Half the paycheck went directly to my grandma. She said, living in my household, baby, half of this check belongs to me. Thank you for coming. Drive safely. Half the check, immediate 50%. Well, let me see this good pay stub. This is how much you owe. Because you got to learn how to pay bills. Then on top of that, 10% she took because she said, I ain't gonna even let you mess this up. Let me go ahead and get them tithes up off you right now. Let me get your 10% for your tithes that need to go to this good church, because I'm not gonna let you play with the Lord like that. So go ahead. That's all you got to spend. So if I made $100, I only got $40. I only saw $40 of that $100. And then she was expecting me, in addition to the tithes, to give part of my 40% for offering. You still need to give an offering. I'm gonna let you decide what offer you're gonna give, but you better not walk around that collection plate and not put something in for offering. But I just gave you 10% for tithe. Baby, I don't care. But that was my house, so I was in a strict household. Just a mess. This is a mess. They were just blatantly violating these rules. Now, how much you want to bet the majority, I haven't seen it on here, but I venture to bet majority of these kids are probably minorities. It doesn't say here in the article. I will admit that they do not say. And if y'all have more information, y'all let me know. But I'd be willing to bet that the majority of these kids are probably minorities, might be immigrants or children of migrants. A mess. But some of these parents let it happen. A mess. A mess. All right. We have a new segment. Yeah, my grandma ain't play with me. Ella, she ain't play them games. A new segment. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. I'm going to put a picture up. And in the caption, what I want you to do is I want you to put a caption for the picture. All wrong answers. Of course, you don't want to put no right answers, okay? So when I put the picture up, you put a caption for said picture. Only wrong answers. I want to see what y'all put for these pictures, okay? I'm gonna give the first example, okay? I'm gonna give the first example. When I put I'm gonna give the first example. So all right, new segment. I'm excited to see what y'all do with this new segment. New segment, caption this. All right. So there's the picture, right? There's the picture. Innocent picture. We looking for wrong answers only. Here's my caption. There's my caption. Y'all put your own caption this. Put your own caption in the in the chat. I just want to see what y'all come up with. Wrong answer. When you're desperate for money, sometimes you do anything, child. I want wrong answers only. Wrong answers only. Let me have me a snack. I told you I was low on snacks. I need to go replenish my snacks. Have a good snack while y'all putting y'all captions. Time for some audience participation. I'm glad when the game over so we can cuddle. Me and my boo. Y'all so mean. Where y'all captions at? Where y'all captions at? Or did my chat stop? Oh. Bestie bottoms. Daddy, you see that? Ooh, girl. What? Not what deodorant is that? Y'all are silly. We're going to sneak to the locker room and spoon me. Y'all are silly. Y'all are silly. Y'all are real silly. Anyway, my personal resting pillow. Okay. Ciao. So we're gonna do some more of caption. I'll find some images for us to do the caption that segment. Y'all be having me over here dying laughing. Black woman confronts baby father while DL love with DL lover during Valentine's Day date. Ooh, is that the peanut butter box? Harold, hold me. You could never. Child, y'all are silly. You have a soft shoulder, I bet. That's the only thing soft over there. Only thing. Yeah. All right. So it's time for y'all really like end the year. Y'all really like end the year. So y'all let me know what year we doing this year. For you know what? Y'all start putting y'all guesses for end of year in the comment section for me, please. I really thought that this was gonna be like an hour and 15-minute show because I was like, I don't even have a lot to talk about in the dossier today. But y'all see, we still up on here, child. We still up on here. You like 9 to 5? I'm the we can make him lose his mind every weekend, child. What year are we doing? 2013, 1987. Did we do 1987? I thought we did. Maybe we did. I don't know. I know we did 1999. And we did 1998. But I don't know if we did 1987, 2013, 2003. These are some good guesses. These are some good guesses. 1969, 15. Let's go back, take it back to 80. I think we did 83. Harold, I think we did 83. So the year is in the year 1995. Volvo, you always either get it or get really close. The year is 1995. I'm not gonna tell y'all how old I was at that time. I'm gonna have y'all judge me. Don't do me, Tracy. Don't do me. You don't know my pain. You don't know what I've been through. Anyway, Tracy always be coming out here coming for my good throat. 95 was a good year. Just like your lottery tickets. So here's what we had: the Million Man March in 1995. 1995, we had the Million Man March at that time. I remember I wanted to go, but I wasn't allowed to go. But I wanted to go. Matter of fact, I think my church took a van of people, and I wasn't allowed to go. I wanted to go so bad, and they came back and talked about how good of a time they had. And I was so mad. Windows 95 was unsheathed at that time. Child, that was a long time ago. These kids will never know. These kids will never know the archaic days of back before things technologically weren't where they are now. Remember Windows 95? That was like so revolutionary at the time. That was before Windows 98, Windows all of them. But Windows 95, that is the original gangster, the OG. That was the first one. Going back, Bill Gates. Yeah, y'all's boy got off. If you remember, y'all's boy, or Orenthal, got off. Also, consequently enough, 95 was the year we were introduced, thanks to OJ, to the name Kardashian. Remember Robert Kardashian, I believe, was one of the lawyers for OJ. We didn't even know who or what a Kardashian was until OJ. And now we can't get rid of these Kardashians, or as I like to call them, Kardashian skanks. Way to go, OJ. The crime against humanity wasn't just killing Nicole Brown Simpson and her boy toy or boyfriend, whatever he was, but it was introducing us to the Kardashian skanks. Remember, we had the bombing of the federal building in Oklahoma City. We had the federal building bombing in Oklahoma City. I think it killed like almost 200 people died in that bombing. Timothy McVeigh. What was the other guy name? I can't remember the other guy, but I know Timothy McVeigh was the one that did it. I remember being in class when the verdict came out, and it was like a big moment. Like it was like the whole world kind of like paused and stopped when that verdict came out. You know, back in the day, there were these moments where like the whole world paused and stopped and stuff like that. Yeah, he blew that whole side of the building off. Child. The white Bronco, child. Selena died. Remember her, Selena Bitty Bitty Bomb Bomb? You know. I liked Selena. I'll be dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight, and there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. Here in my room, dreaming. Yeah, Selena. Her remember her fan club president killed her. Child, a mess. 1995. These are the top films in 95. I'm trying to think. I remember seeing Batman Forever. I saw Pocahontas. I never liked this Toy Story franchise. This is when the original Toy Story came out. I never liked the Toy Story franchise to this day. I remember that Ace Ventura movie. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Some good movies back then, I remember. Here is the music of 95. It was a lot going on in 95. Child, that was when my favorite Mariah album was out. My favorite Mariah album is the Daydream album by far. That is my favorite album, because my favorite song of the world, Underneath the Stars, is on that album. Y'all know my queen Mariah. But look, listen. Shout out to this music back then. Listen. This is where music, I was in my bag with music. This is mid-90s. Music was everything. Like the caliber of music at this point, we was right in the sweet spot of music. right there in the sweet spot. They had figured it out. We had rap that was blowing up. We had R&B that was thriving. Even pop music at that time was good. Listen, everything was right there in the sweet spot, right in the pocket. It was some good shit going on musically. Child, some good shit going on. Oh, Dion Ferris. I know what you're doing. Yeah. Oh, child. Creep. Shy Guy. I remember Shy Guy by Dion Ferris. That was from the Bad Boys movie. I don't want nobody loving everybody. I need a shy guy, the kind of guy who will only be mine. Ooh, Runaway by Janet Jackson is one of my favorite songs by her. Top 3 songs by Janet Jackson for me. Top 3. Child, this is a good list. I ain't gonna even lie. This is a good list. Let me go to the second half of the list. This is a good list, y'all. Red Light Special. This is a good list. Water Runs Dry by Boyz II Men. I used to play that so much. Water Runs Dry. God. This is a good list, y'all. Dear Mama by Tupac. If You Love Me by Brownstone. Candy Rain. I Can Love You Like That by All For One. This is a good listen. I told y'all 95 Big Papa by B.I.G. That's when the first album was out. Listen. This is Let Her Cry by Hootie and the Blowfish. Let her cry. Let her tears fall down like rain. Let her sit. That was, listen, music was good back then. I didn't know a freak like me. I will be a freak until the dawn. This is a good list, y'all. Shout out to 1995 and us having Tell Me by Groove Theory, child. If you weren't alive during this time, too bad. That was a good time. Those were good times. Good musically, list. You could literally put on the radio and just let it play. Just let the radio. Nowadays, you can't just do that nowadays. You can't do that nowadays. But back then, you could literally you could even put on a white station and just let it play. Chat. Yeah. I don't remember seeing Wanye's son on the gram. I have to look at it. I don't even know Wanye's son. I think I do. Matter of fact, I think I do. Doesn't he have a couple sons and they have like a singing group? I think that's, yeah. His sons were the singing group, right? Because I think he has a son or some sons that are in the singing group that can sing. I think I remember now, yeah. But those were good times. Like, shoot. These were good times, like good times, good music, y'all, good music. All right, y'all, we done been on here long enough. Long enough. It's time for some palate cleansers on the way out. This is quiet as it's kept. I know this is y'all. I Got Five on It did come out in 95. It sure did. It sure did. It sure did. All right. This is y'all favorite. Y'all love palate cleansing segment. This is y'all favorite segment. Here you go. Without further ado, our palate cleansers. Laid back. There you go, Jason. There you go. Now you gonna tell me that ain't big enough? I don't know what to tell you. She ain't thick enough a bit. I don't know what to tell you. You get what you get, and you like it. Now I could just go back to not doing no XX chromosomes, and we could do all menses. Well, Tracy, we know this your favorite. We know this Tracy favorite segment. Not mismatched nipples or men's nowadays, child. Busta Rhymes was crushing it back then. Mm. Oh boy, she's pretty. She's pretty. Oh, that's a nice piece of dark chocolate right there. That's trade right there. Child, that's trade right there. Yeah, yeah. And there you go again. I love a man with a book bag. Why? Because I'm from Miami. We wear book bags. We wear book bags. You make me food. You make me food. You make me food. God of mercy. God of love. Yeah. There go another piece. Child, that's young trade right there. They get you in trouble right there. They get you in trouble. Mm. That right there get me in trouble. Ooh, child. Oh, it's the hair for me. Now, this right here, y'all want to know what I be done spent my whole paycheck on? This right here. I just signed my paycheck over right here. This right here, the hair, the body, the look, just the whole aesthetic. Yeah, whole paycheck. Just take the whole pay. Just take it all. hmm Just take it all. I got two of him. I had to get two of him. That's for you, Jason. That's for you, Jason. Cha. There he go again. Child. You sitting, you see it sitting right there. You see that's him again. But you see how it's just sitting right there, sitting in them pants right there. Just it's just sitting there, nice and flaccid and soft. Just sitting there. I'm just gonna sit this right here. Charlie be done took my whole goddamn paycheck. Dear God. Baby, the amount of times I be done got bust down in the day, baby, he'll have to take off work. Child. Be like, I be like, Bishop, it's been 5 hours. I need some more. Child. When I tell you, whew, child, that's how you know there's a God that sits up high and looks down low. For those people into the booties, there's some good booty. There's some good booty. Hey, child, that's a 28-inch waist right there. That's a 28-inch waist. Yeah. Ooh. Child. Feel like he's looking through my soul. I told you, Jason, I looked out for you today on the palate cleansers. If I loan him my car on Thursday, you gonna have to call out on Monday. Well, okay. Okay, Miss Honey. I am being very inclusive today, Tracy. You see me, right? You see me. Tracy, you see me being all inclusive today. Gave the people what they want. They won't accuse me of not giving the people what they want. I need to go get me some lunch today. And some snacks. I need to upgrade my snacks and give me some lunch today. Cha. Yeah. We're having some good palate cleansers today. Good palate cleansers today. Jason, there you go again. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, cha. Mm-hmm. Oh, I do some things with that right there. Now, she is a beautiful child. If I was into the cooter, it'll be that one right there. That one right there. If I was into the cooter, hmm if I was into the cooter, seeing as I'm not, you know, it can't. But if I was into the cooter, just saying, dear God, all of that melanin popping. Yeah. See, this young man right here would get me in a lot of trouble too. So, a lot of trouble what we gotten into. I am all inclusive today, Jason. All inclusive today. We almost out of here. We almost finished. I know that's the last one. We done seen him. We done seen this good stallion a bunch of times. So, listen, y'all. Listen. We have had a wonderful Silly Saturday. Put a 27 in the chat if you enjoyed yourself today for Silly Saturday. We laughed, we learned, we had a good time. We saw we got, a little, debaucherous. We saw some good palate cleansers. I really, really hope y'all had a good time today, because I had a good time with y'all today. We've been on here for a good minute. But if you feel so inclined, you can feel free to donate to the channel. It is not required, but it is much obliged and much appreciated. Hopefully y'all had a good time, and feel free to donate to the channel so we can add to the snack fund and get us some good snacks around these parts and spruce up the place a little bit. We I always hey Complex D, I didn't know you see you popped out the bushes. So yes, I will be back next Saturday with Silly Saturday, doing what we do again. Listen, y'all, we this is how we roll. This is what we do. If this is your first time here, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button and all of that good stuff. Y'all know how programming note, like I said, if you are a member, all my members, please go to the post on the community wall for members only and put your Instagram handle or your Instagram name in the comment section so that I can add you to the members only Instagram chat. Trust me, it's just as much fun in the chats. The mods will tell you the chats are just as much fun as it is when we're live. It'd be crazy over there. We are going to do our Real Housewives of Potomac reviews this week. It'll be Tuesday with me and Darren. Also, me and Darren are going to do Real Housewives of New Jersey. Oh, God. If y'all don't get Teresa and Jennifer, I swear to God, Teresa and Jennifer just get on my doggone nerves. Anyway, we'll be doing that. Chasing Dallas comes back this Thursday. I will be reviewing that for as long as I can stomach it. Y'all know after a while, I'll be like, listen, I can't do no more. So we're going to do Chasing Dallas. We're going to review Chasing Dallas for as long as we can stomach it. So like I said, hopefully y'all enjoyed today. And, come back around. We're going to do what we do. We do our lives throughout the week. I'm not scheduled for another out of town trip until the first weekend of March. So I'll be here so we can go live and do some things and make it happen. And all of that good stuff. I know it's Darren and I, but we're relaxed. We're at home, so we can use colloquialism and get away with it. Oh, I have a snack farm contribution today. Thank you. Also, it was something else I was supposed to tell y'all. Oh, Really B, 10K. She's gonna have a celebration sometime this week. I ain't even got to tell y'all. Y'all will be there. And stuff like that. And Really B and I and Abby, we did finalize plans for the meet and greet. It's going to be during the summer, but we'll give y'all more information on that later. So the meet and greet, we did kind of settle on a date. And we're gonna start putting things together and plan out there. So it'll definitely be at least the three of us, me, really be in Abby. There'll probably be more people, but those three you can definitely count. The three of us will be there. So I'm looking forward to that. We're definitely gonna have a good time with that. So, but we got to get out of here, y'all. Like I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make here to the channel. They are much obliged, and much appreciated. I am here just to, give y'all a good laugh, give y'all some time where you can, get away from the hustle and bustle and seriousness of your everyday lives and be silly on a Saturday. Because what will we do? Be silly. I think we said we were going to do Charlotte, but that's not etched in stone yet. But I think that was the preliminary place. We said we may do Charlotte, North Carolina, Fran J. But we've settled in on a date. The other logistics we'll get on, but it'll be during the summer. We'll definitely tell you all in more than enough time to make preparations so y'all can come and party with us and parlay with us. Have a good time. Looking forward to it. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. Listen, if you made a contribution to the channel, thank you so much. Thank you so much, because you don't have to. And just for being here, I want to thank you as well. You could have been a whole lot of places, as I always say. Look at you, Tracy. You could have been a whole lot of places, but you were here with me. So thank you for doing that. That is all I got for y'all, people. That is all I got for y'all, I think. I'm going to get up out of here. Yeah. Until next time, I thank y'all for coming. Shondo to you. Shondo to you and yours. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely, and we're going to get out of here.